Alright, I think we're ready to get started. Double check my camera angles. How's everybody doing tonight? We got that, we got that. You don't need to see my face, you gotta see what I'm working on. Okay. Streamlabs is going, TikTok's going. I want to finish up this layer real quick. And then we'll have 2 of 3 sides done on this cube. We've got, let's see here. I think we have enough rings to get the 3rd side finished, but we'll figure that out here in the next couple of days. It's taken 2 to 3 hours to complete a side anymore. It's getting ridiculous. Hey, Jeep and Jammer, how you doing? We're at row 11. It'll be an 11 by 11 by 11 ring cube, and that's somewhere north of 6,000 rings, I believe. I think I weighed it when it was a 10 by 10 by 10, and it was like 5,000 rings. You're doing good? That's good to hear. How was your day? For those of you who want a different view, I am streaming on all the regular platforms you would find someone streaming on, and all under the same name. You get an overhead view, a view of the chat, a slideshow, my face, my logos. It is a lot to ask someone to switch apps, though. That would annoy me. Trying to figure out what to print with the spool of orange that's been sitting around. Do you have orange and black or just orange? Things that are orange. What are some things that are orange that you can 3D print? Like a pumpkin, or a traffic cone, or I don't know. What else is orange? Oranges. That is orange. Orange and a small bit of black. Whenever I think of orange, my first go-to is the Harley logo. I think that that's going to be one of my next inlays, is a Harley logo. I've got all my external bike equipment, motorcycle equipment down here. Saddlebags, a helmet, and the toolkit. And I've got, what else have I got? I've got some biker themed decorations. I want more, but not that important. I think that a Harley, chainmail Harley logo would do well. I think it would look cool. Unfortunately, that's an inlay that someone's already mapped out, so it wouldn't be hard to do. Just order the number of rings that I need and build it. But long before we can do that, we've got to get to a point where I've used up all the rings in my basement. Ideally, we're not starting new projects unless we have to. We're not ordering new rings unless we need to finish a project. That's the goal anyway. I've said it before, but also I've ordered rings before. Like these ones I'm using to make this chili cube right here. I would have a lot more of these small projects done that I need to finish down here in the basement so that I can buy more rings done had I not stopped and worked for... How many hours have I got into this? So what's 6,000 divided by 200? 30? Right? Probably at 200 rings an hour, it's approximately 30 hours into this cube. Words of Wade sent fire emoji times 2. Thank you. No. How are you doing tonight? How was your day? What are you up to? How was work? Tell me about your boss. Do you like them? Probably not. I don't know. I've had good bosses and bad bosses, so I can't say. Many more of the latter. Alright. Watch. So he comes back with, I am my own boss, and I don't like myself. I work myself too hard. I require ungodly hours. Alright. So we're just going to finish up this row that I'm working on, or this layer that I'm working on. And we'll get back into this niobium. I don't know if it's a something. It's a chain. We're just going to make the chain. And we'll figure out what kind of jewelry it can be made into later. I might need to like measure it out to 8 inches for a bracelet, 8 or 9 inches, and then turn the rest of that into some kind of matching earring. That'd be cool. Nice thing about niobium is that you can get niobium ear posts. Niobium is really hypoallergenic, so if you have trouble with chainmail earrings, right, they've got titanium and niobium ear posts, or hooks, or whatever. So I will find someone who has some and bum some, because I don't need to order. How many sets of what have I made? Excellent work, thank you. Hey, Talon Flame, how you doing tonight? There's this cube, there's this cube, there's this cube, and I don't know, there's a couple more lying around here somewhere. You're doing good? But how many sets of what? I guess is what I'm asking. That's good to hear that you're doing well. Hope your Monday was good. Hard to have a good Monday some days, or some weeks. How many sets of chainmail have I made? A lot. I'm rapidly climbing towards having open and closed 2 million rings. And I say that as I have, like, I don't know, 100,000? 100,000 closed rings just on a window ledge over there. I think it's 100,000. I'd have to go back through and count it again, roughly. I have been doing this for 27 years. And while I haven't focused specifically on chainmail that entire time, I have accomplished a lot in that time. Like, for example, I'll give you this one example that's sitting right here. This is a antique bottle I got in Astoria, Oregon, where The Goonies was filmed, and I wrapped it in elf weave. And this is approximately 10,000 rings alone right here. Try and give you a close-up so you can really see the weave. So, and I have multiples of these. Do I do custom orders or anything similar? Not right now. Predominantly what I sell is chainmail themed apparel and accessories, like this hoodie, for example. If you go to my website, you'll find stuff like this. That's primarily what I sell currently. And right now, I'm trying to use up all the rings in my basement to get rid of stuff and or make room for new stuff. So back in the day, I ordered a lot of rings that I didn't have projects for, and they just ended up sitting for years and years and years, and I'm finally like, okay, let me go ahead and use some of these up, because they're just going to sit here for the rest of my life if I don't do something with them. Like this tiny bottle wrap, or this sphere stuffed with glow-in-the-dark airsoft BBs, or this sphere that has yet to be filled with some. I got to order some stainless steel for the inside of this sphere, or this dice bag that I couldn't use these titanium rings because they had a bunch of burrs on them. But in a previous video on TikTok, I crushed up a coffee cup and tumbled it with a ceramic coffee cup, and it ended up darkening the rings, so I'm going to clean them a little bit more, but it took away the burrs, right? This is so much smoother, so had to use up a lot of the rings. I have 2 scale projects that I need to finish before, I start doing any custom work or making products specifically for sale. I do occasionally make stuff for sale. That's cool. Your fiance would love it. I think so too. Christmas is right around the corner. Please check out mailworks.com. What is my favorite sandwich? Right now it's the Italian from, what do you call it? Cousins? It's a really good Italian sandwich. Cousins is a franchise we have in the area. You guys play D&D? The dice bag is great. Yeah, this is an enormous dice bag, and I found that out when I went and bought my first set of dice the other day. I had a really small dice bag that I made, and I had to buy some really small dice to fit into it. Yeah, you could pack a number of dice into this. It came out pretty good. The bottom sags. Its bottom sags a little bit, so I want to tighten this up a little bit. But other than that, I've got to, what do I got to do? I'm waiting on some ceramic tumbling media to clean it up, and then I have to buy an anodizing machine to anodize titanium. You like the scale work? So these are large scales, right? I have 2 of these. These were going to be added to a shirt, then I was going to make a shirt out of them, and then it didn't work out. And then these are small scales. If you like scales, right? I forget what the website is. It's roguemail.com. Maybe. They do a lot of scale work, and I can't tell you the website off the top of my head, but if you go into my link tree, you can download the Mailworks app, and inside the Mailworks app is an artisan section, and Rogue Mail is listed in there somewhere, and they do a lot of scale work if you're A, interested in seeing more, and B, like, those are the people who you would talk to about custom work and stuff like that. Who else does scales? Hey, Sturm does some awesome patinaed metal. Yeah, I don't remember what TRL used. TRL is the ring lord for anyone watching. To get this color. But I have a lot of these scales. Some of them are rusted. Things have been sitting for a while, so I'll get them cleaned up and we'll see what it looks like when it's all said and done. Talonflame, you're very welcome. I hope that I've helped you. If you're interested in learning more about chainmail, how to make it, where to get your supplies from, and stuff like that, the Mailworks app is a great resource for that. All right, where are we at? You hoard fabric you don't have products for? It has come in handy several times, though. Yes. I understand the premise of having supplies on hand and being able to adjust as necessary as time goes on. And some of the rings that I have would be okay for that, but most of them are not, and so I'm trying to use up all the rings that I can. Sturm, how are you doing tonight? Alright, so I had quite the day. I had a metric ton of energy today, just going all day long. Got some puppy kibble, took the puppy to the vet, picked up my kid, and then before all of that, after when I had dropped my kid off, I went and I started cleaning up the garage, and that led to me cleaning up the shed, and I was just cleaning, getting stuff set up so that I can get my table saw out and that the shed can still hold the lawnmowers and stuff. And I was wondering why I had so much energy, and then tonight I was doing the dishes, cleaning up the kitchen and everything, and I went and emptied the coffee pot, and I opened up the filter, and it was basically full to the brim of coffee. Now, I didn't prep the coffee last night, but it was loaded with coffee. So I have a lot of energy. It's like I was wondering why my heart rate was so high all day. Okay, you're also cleaning the wife's grandmother's brass bronze ornaments. That sounds fun. What does the appliance guy recommend? Barkeeper's Friend. I don't know if that'll help, but it's a product that barkeepers use, I guess. I don't know. Alright. Where is my tag here? So I have one of these sides. There it is. So when I started, to expand this, I put a ring in 3 sides. This is the 3rd side. And I've got to add 2 layers, and we'll be at an 11 by 11 by 11 cube. And each side takes 600 rings right now. Something like that. Yeah, coffee. So it's, yeah, I think we're probably over 7,000 rings at this point. Right, this cube, all the rings are doubled. It's a titanium cube that didn't quite work out. It's a little misshapen. And the doubled rings in this make this cube 7,000. And the aluminum cube over here is much larger at this point. So we're getting there. And I don't know if I have enough rings in this, but I'm going to find out. And then I will eventually order more. And we'll expand this further. I want to get to, where are we at? We're at 2.5 inches wide. And I would like to get to, I don't know, 5 or 6. Just a big cube. Because I'm I've got a rubber band ball that is degrading, and I need to, I want something else at the bar. Omanis Carlis Ule Dule Cardinal. Or whatever the thing is, you know? Make it dance. Onalis something 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 Cardinal. Ooh, the Jelly Cube. The Beard Owl, how you doing tonight? What is going on? Cordella Creation, thank you for the follow. Alright, I need to put this away. We're going to bust out this niobium here and see how much of this pile we can use up while simultaneously making something useful out of it. A big portion of the rings that I have were unusable. The block got you? You love chainmail. I'm so glad to hear that. Alright, keep in mind total weight and ripping itself apart if held only by a quarter of the cube at larger sizes. That would be bad. Jeep and Jamber likes right brass bronze polish for your father-in-law's cymbals. We're getting all the polish information tonight. So I'm not worried about it tearing itself apart. It's aluminum. I mean, I'm not going to make an enormous cube. If I hold a quarter of it right now, it's fine. You know, I want something other than the rubber band ball at my bar for people to look at. So, this is what we're working on now. All right. Now, I couldn't get the color to show up on the back camera, right? But on the front camera, it works. It looks pretty good. This is green, purple, blue, niobium rings all woven together in a round mail. Oh, knocking cameras over. In a round mail chain, and we're just going to see if we can make something useful out of it. It is pretty. So niobium, I haven't worked with a lot of it, but it's all been really shiny. Shinier than anodized aluminum, shinier than anodized titanium. You're not allergic to that? No, there's no nickel in it, and it's very hypoallergenic. John, make it like one of those bomb pets from Mario with the chain so it doesn't wander from the bar. Yeah, I mean, that is always a concern, especially with what? I think I have 30 hours into that cube. But also I have chainmail all over my basement. And no one else is usually down here except on holidays, and it's all family and stuff, so I'm not too worried about it. We'll see. Cordella Creation sent a heart. Thank you so much. A Chain Chomp? Yeah. The Chain Chomp from Mario. I think I played Mario Brothers 3 last year. That was the last time I saw a Chain Chomp. But yeah, Cordell Creation, as long Cordelia. I can't see my screen from here. Cordelia. Niobium, very hypoallergenic, no nickel. Titanium, very hypoallergenic, no nickel. I should be able to wear both of those if my memory serves me correct. But I'm not a doctor. I'm just a poor chainmail artist. Yeah, and that's one of the benefits I work a lot in stainless steel and wear a lot of stainless steel jewelry. But it's definitely in my interest to work in niobium and titanium and gold and silver if I ever get the chance. You can't wear most of the stuff you make? Yeah. I know a few people like that. Alright, so the other day, John was pushing me to revisit the first chainmail shirt that I made that has been banished out into the shed. Hence, you know, as part of the reason why I was cleaning out the shed, because I was mulling it over. I was thinking about maybe I should revisit it, even though I don't want to, and I've sworn it off and banished that galvanized shirt to the shed for life. You see the irony? Yeah, exactly. So now the shirt in question is accessible along with my table saw. So I'm thinking about doing video clips of throwing the shirt in some vinegar, which will remove the galvanization, tumbling it somehow, because it's all like crappy rings I made myself a long time ago from galvanized steel fence wire, electric fence wire, as they say. So maybe if I remove the galvanization, you want to see the shirt? See how to do this. I might actually be able to show you. See if we can get this to pull up. Because I'm streaming on Streamlabs, and I can't for the life of me figure out how to share a picture on there. Alright, this is in GIMP. Let's see here. That is the shirt in question. It's my very first shirt, and I finished it while I was out on deployment in Iraq. And let me... That's me 20 years ago. So it's a European 6-in-1 shirt, and I tried to put sleeves on it, and that didn't work out, so I stopped where I was, and I've made several shirts since then. I might want to look at comments. Wash it, encase it in carbonite, and send it to the resin pits. See if a local machine shop will tumble it. Maybe. I might just, what my thought was, get a 55-gallon drum and then throw the vinegar and the shirt in there, and then make some kind of bracket. I'm on 4 platforms right now. All the major streaming platforms that people would normally be streaming on, I'm on. And then I'm using my phone on TikTok. And I have comments coming in from 3 different platforms right now. Oh, did I add a ring there? What is going on here? Something has occurred that's not correct. There we go. Yeah, so 55-gallon drum, some kind of bracket to hold it in place, and then just getting a motor of some kind and, you know, turn the lawnmower on its side and turn it on and connect a belt to it and have it spin around and tumble it that way. I don't know. Something very redneck. Put my washing machine on its side and throw it in there. I don't know. Your grandpa owns a machine shop, so you have free access to a vibratory tumbler, but the media is quite large. Nice. I've only ever used a rotary tumbler. My rotary tumbler is a fart. And yes, you heard that correctly. A fart. It's a Franklin Arsenal rotary tumbler. And I love telling people about my fart. It's a very good tumbler. First, initially meant for brass from firing rounds and picking them up and cleaning up the brass. But I use it for all of my chainmail, and it does a good job. It's my favorite fart. Is it a big fart? It's not huge. It's a little larger than this coffee can. Stop doing that. Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. Come on. There. Alright, where we at here? Oh, my foot's numb. Excuse me. So yeah, I didn't have a lot of niobium to start with, but I had like multiple colors, pink, purple, and green, and fuchsia. That's not really getting picked up by the cameras, but right. It's very pinkish. But this is a different ring size. It's a different gauge, rather. It's a different wire gauge than this pile of rings here. And I didn't have enough of one to make a whole project, so I just piled them all together, and now we're seeing what we get. You have access to SUV size tumbler at work, but median is 1/4 inch, so great for your 12 gauge and 1/4 inch rod stuff, but 16 gauge comes out like crap in them, I'll bet. What do they use, like boulders for tumbling media in those things? What floats on water? Wood. Very good. And what else? Really small rocks? Man, I'm in rare form tonight if I'm quoting Monty Python. The caffeine must be really getting to me. Careful, if you weld the niobium, it takes insane temps to melt it, and it burns you so fast you don't feel it. Oh, D8-shaped ceramic pieces. Nice. I don't plan on welding the niobium. I have to do a lot of practice with that welder before I'll do anything other than stainless steel. And I have a lot of stuff to practice on, so soon, once we clear up all this clutter here on my desk, we'll get to some larger projects that I've done that I've got to work on, like the guitar straps that I've had sitting around for forever that I need to finish. I've got to do some welding on those. That's because Monty Python is greatness. Here's a fun story. So once upon a time, I stole a copy of What's the movie called? Monty Python and the Holy Grail? What's it called? That's not it. Monty Python, the Temple of Doom. Monty Python and the Last Crusade. What is the freaking Monty Python movie called? Alright, should weld those 308 ones. Make sure you wash and acetone clean your stainless rings and check humidity, and you can reduce the black char on the welds. Oh, nice. You like the Cheese Shop skit by Monty Python? I don't know if I've seen that. Anyway, yes, actually, this is kind of a funny story now that I think about it. I was at church camp, and one of the kids that was there, could quote the full Monty Python and the Holy Grail movie. And he was doing that. And I don't remember, 14, 15 at the time. So later on in life, I decided to do some really stupid stuff and steal a whole bunch of stuff. And I got caught eventually. But one of the things I stole was Monty Python and the Holy Grail. That's funny. I haven't thought about that in years. I don't do that stuff now. I had a very long stint of honorable service in the military with 2 deployments, and I've worked as a nurse for the last 19 years. I'm a reformed child kleptomaniac. You did church camp? I love church camp. They had this, there were tables, and they had goals in the end of these long tables, and it's kind of like the bar game where you slide the disc down the salt. I forget what that game's called. But we used pool balls. And you'd slide your pool balls down the table and try to knock your opponent's pool balls in the goal. And then we watched VeggieTales. Come on. You're not one of the cool kids? You did band camp. One time at band camp, I stuck a tuba. Wait. Band camp's cool. John, what instrument did you play? Yeah, you played that? You were told later it's a game, Elder Shuffleboard. Yeah. Band camp has the best memories. I never went to band camp. Renee's always on about it. Band. I don't know if she went to band camp, actually. I'd have to ask her. Oh, hey, Sturm, I was going to ask you, how is your sword coming along? Was the latest post, is that the latest on the sword, or have you done any more work? That was just a couple days ago, right? That thing's cool looking. I want to make a sword. This all started because I wanted to be a blacksmith. I think I told the story last night. I was in choir too. We thought the band kids were weird. I did too. They thought the same about us. Yeah, that's pretty universal, I think. Baseball camp and Boy Scout camp were great too. Yeah, that's the latest on the sword as of Thursday. Okay, cool. You're doing good work, man. Yeah, I think that camp, most any kind of camp, is a good thing for a kid to go do. I need to get my kid engaged in a little bit more. Played brass trumpet, mainly trombone, and French horn. Later in life, he went to violin and enjoy attempting to improve these days. The wife got you a new violin last year. Wow. That's a cool gift. No one's ever bought me a violin. Yeah, Need to get my kid in like some kind of like Awanas or Rescue Rangers type program. You don't know, day camp was scary. Went hiking and nearly fell off a mountain. Yeah, we had cougars where we went camping, and we had a dog that looked like a cougar, but it was just a dog. So the camp dog was very scary. Jeep and Jammer played clarinet, but never went to band camp. He went to Disneyland and performed there. Nice. You did go to camp as a Boy Scout, however. Very cool. You still have both the flutes you played as a youth, marching and concert, hoping one of the twins will want to play them. Nice. My kid came down here the other day, and I was so proud. He wanted to stamp the leather, and he got one of the stamps out and just started smacking a piece of scrap leather. And he had fun, and I felt like we connected. He's curious as to what I do down here. He likes the stuff I make, and he's 9, so he's getting to around the age where more hands-on stuff, hopefully soon. You went to Disneyland Inquire. It was the best. Nice. I went to, where'd I go? Inquire. I went to 2 different schools in high school. So one, I went to Canada, Victoria Island, Victoria, and there's Craigdrock Castle out there, and it's this really cool old Canadian building it's a castle, and my choir director had a picture of it because he like went to Canada every other year or something. And he had this framed print of Craigdrock Castle. And so when I went, that was like the one thing I got. I almost got a tattoo. My teacher was going to sign for me as parental permission. It was one of the chaperones, Mrs. McKnight. She was going to sign for me to get a tattoo while I was up in Canada. But I was poor. I didn't have enough money to get one. And then where else did we go? You sure the twins will join you one day making some chainmail? Yeah, you're going to... You might still be working on that 750,000 ring cube you're working on. So they can help you with that. God, dude, I'm so impressed with that. We also, in the school that I went to for my senior and... Junior and senior year. I know grade levels. We went to Las Vegas to the Hoover Dam, and I convinced a girl that the jackalopes were real, and her name was Lilu. Convinced her that they were real, had her going, just 100% believe me. And then she went and asked Miss Jensen, our choir director, if they were real, and she ruined the whole thing. It's like, this girl could have been believing that jackalopes were real for years. You recommend Chainmail Joe's Color Kit 1 for your kid? Has a good color manual for 3 or 4 weaves in it, 10 colors, and enough rings to make like 30 8-inch bracelets. Comes with clasp too. You should source his pliers, so don't get the deluxe ones and see where he takes it. I got all your kids one last Christmas. Nice. I recommend everybody get a Chainmail Joe kit as a starter kit. It's definitely a good one. You'll have pre-close open monkeys yet? Nice. Pretty sure your chair is going to kick the bucket soon. It's making some suspicious sounds. Well, be safe. Chainmail Joe. I think it's chainmailjoe.com. That is actually one website that's not listed in the Mailworks app. I keep meaning to reach out to them, and I'm sure they would say yes. However, every time I'm at my computer, I'm either doing this or I'm forgetting to contact them. and they make a kit that has a bunch of different aluminum ring sizes in it with instructions on how to make a bunch of weaves, and it's just a good all-around starter kit. They're a popular chainmail ring and more vendor. You want to say you can find them on Amazon or Etsy? Oh, that might be a problem. I thought they had a standalone website. Either way. Yeah. Look into it. Get all the kids you know. Chainmail kits. I think it's an excellent gift recommendation. Pick up a ring, you fingers. Like they just started doing this yesterday. Alright. This guitar solo is rocking. I love it when you're trying to close a tiny ring and your eyes bug out on you. It's always fun. Fingers don't always listen. You want to pick up a Jeep seat from the junkyard and figure out how to attach it to a rolling chair base. There you go. I've got a rolling chair base. I'm not bragging. I've had this chair for as long as I've had this desk. So, since 2005. Use this main site as a point system now that you don't get with Amazon. Discounts. Okay, so Chainmail Joe does have a main site, which is great. And it has a point system that you don't get on Amazon. There you go. Whatever Chainmail Joe is doing, they're doing it right. You're making dangly things, and yes, your fingers were somewhere else, yeah. Oh, your fingers were in Arizona or Georgia, but not where you needed them to be. I need to put in some kind of point system on my website. I need to do a lot of things with my website. Like, number one, new designs. Oh, you always need new designs, right? You think TRL has a point system as well? I believe they do. I believe they do. There's no other website where I would be able to use a point system except for a chainmail website. But yeah, new designs on the website. I've got some influencer marketing to finish setting up and some point system. I'm going to write that down. Set up point system. Where's my pen? Do I have a pen? Do I have a pen? Yeah, I do. Ah, come here. This is my list. This is my list of all the stuff I gotta do. I don't really need a Stream Deck or an RGB background light, but I want one. We'll make this point system on website. We'll like mark it up, make it look important, and it's gonna go on that to-do list, and I'm gonna forget about it until TRL system is trash, especially after the revamp. I have not what do you call it? Okay, so the revamp got me like messed up, man. Add figure how to share pics to folks watching. Add figure. Sir, I'm sure Chris, you want to see your stuff. Sounds amazing. Oh, I'm smart. Thanks, John. Figure out how to share pictures from I think it's just screen sharing. I'm sure it's one of these stupid simple themes. I've looked I've looked it up before. I've done it before. And for the life of me, I can't figure out how to do it again. If I sit down for 5 minutes, I'll have it figured out. Join the Chainmail Facebook group. Join the Chainmail Facebook group. That is a great resource. And Sturm is the admin. He's a hell of an admin. He has a whole lot more patience for people than I do. I would rule a Facebook page like an angry god. I'm just kidding. I'm an admin on another Facebook group, and I don't do that. I don't rule like an angry god, but I do want to sometimes. Answer all 3 questions to participate. Didn't you say to contact Chainmail Joe too? If you did write that down, if you already wrote it down. Oh yeah. Everybody's just reminding me of my to-do lists. Ah! No, my to-do list. Come back here. Alright, I got it. Okay. Where are we at? It's 9:22. Instead of a honey-do list, it's a streamer's do list? Yes. My honey-do list is upstairs, and I just started pricing it out. And the first thing on the list is cleaning the vents. And it's $450 to $1,000. And I have an enormous house, so I'm assuming it's going to be at least $1,000, if not more. What's the second thing on that list? I think it's a backup battery for our sump pump. We have a backup battery on the garage door. Backup battery on the sump pump, so the basement doesn't flood if power goes out and it's, storming. I think I looked at that and it was like $600 or $700 for a marine battery setup or something. It's like, no, we're not. We're gonna hot wire something else into there. It's the wrong there. How many inches are we at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Didn't we have 5 inches of chain last night when we ended? I guess I was working on the cube first. Your enjoyment tonight is connecting your 50 half version 3-in-1 24 gauge captures. Eye focus is fun between rings and your calipers for measurements. You keep measuring your rings versus the parts, but you're getting there. I was going through my father-in-law's tools, which helped prompt the cleaning of the garage and the shed, just to get like all the stuff, like all the rags are in one pile now, all the gloves are in one pile now, all the motorcycle equipment's in one bin. That's the 99% of what I was doing. And there's a micronometer in one of the toolboxes, which I haven't seen since shop class in high school. So, all right. Please, sir, you... Oh, yeah. Sure. Come on. I have restarted the slideshow. It's going. So I need to add the rest of those pictures in there. All right, I need a drink of water. I've been choking on dust all day. Add it to the list. All right, it's added to the list. Because I keep saying I need to add those pictures. How many evenings in a row? Do I even know how to write anymore? My goodness. All right. It's like I don't write anything anymore. It's all typing on computer, and I haven't written anything in years, except for some scribbles here and there. And boy does it show when I try to like write my own name. It's like I didn't even go to school anymore. All right, so let's talk about corgi armor. I know there's a couple people out there that make armor like for cats and for dogs specifically. And so I'm thinking of doing something similar to my Harley vest where I have leather in between me and the chainmail of the vest. So I think that's what I'm going to do with when my dog gets grown. Make him a little suit of chainmail armor. I think that'll be cool. It'll look good. But I did take him to the vet today, and he got some vaccines, and he is not feeling good. Today makes a week of saying you need to add it to the slideshow. I do. I need to add it to the slideshow. I'm probably still in shock that I was able to get those images off that DVD using my 20-year-old computer. Where are you going? Well, now you got me all self-conscious. So all I'm thinking about now is all the stuff that I say over and over each time I stream. It's like, yeah, I have this project and this project and this project and, all my plans for the future. And I guess, it does get a little repetitive. Place bets on the final lengths of the slideshow. I don't know how many images are in it right now. I think there's over 200. And a lot of the high-res photos are of the images that are already in there. Oh, no, the round... Okay. Where are we at? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're at 7, and we have this many rings left. I'm going to say... not enough for a necklace is what I'm going to say. 15 inches? No, where are we at? 7? We might get... I'm going to say 12 inches. I'm going to say 1 foot. We'll get a foot of this chain. Should have done box weave. Should have done box weave, and yeah, it's fine. I love the way this is turning out, actually. So, however long it ends up being is fine. Okay, you're saying 13. I'm saying 12. All right. Anybody else want to join? We're at 7 inches of chain with this many rings left. You say 13 out of spite. All right. There's... Come on. I don't need anything. I'm probably only going to go to, or I should only go to 9 inches on this chain, right? And then call it a bracelet, because I know I don't have enough to finish a necklace in this. So I should stop while I'm ahead, honestly. And then, like I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, make some earrings or something to match. I don't know. Tim Donnelly, thank you for the follow. One more on our way to 10,000. Slowly but surely. We'll get there. Help me defeat the algorithm with 3 clicks. Like the stream, follow the host, and share the stream. I'm terrible at promoting myself. Sometimes I remember to do it. A pendant creation could be an option too. There you go. We'll see. I wonder if... Like, how tight does this bunch up? Right? Like, it almost doesn't. It's so wiggly, right? Like, what if we did a bracelet with... say some kind of chainmail charm on it. I don't know. This is already pretty thick. Man, that looks so damn good. You guys don't get the color. Sorry. Sorry for my... You can see the color there. Is it the background? I don't know. Did I make a video of the bottle? What, this bottle? No, I haven't made a video. I have not made like a video of anything. Since I was sick. Everything's been streaming. You won't stream because you just won't promote yourself? Too many other things got going on? Oh, I understand it. Do I have anything to capture with them? Not offhand. Not offhand. All good options. A capture, a pendant, earrings, a charm. I would worry about a niobium charm on a niobium bracelet. Right, this is already, like, fragile. It's not as tough as, say, stainless or titanium would be. So, I mean, it's pretty sturdy. You're going to have to do some work to break it, but... a good fit should prevent it from catching on anything. Keychain for a safe or jewelry box key. Thought about doing that printed chainmail, but it probably wouldn't look good in orange. I'd try it in any color. There's a creator on here. I don't know if they're the person that came up with the chainmail file. But they made a dice bag out of it. I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. I don't have a 3D printer. I would like the dice bag, though. So please sell me the dice bag that's made from 3D printed chainmail, because that would be cool to show off. And they wouldn't sell it to me, and I felt upset. And they wouldn't make another one, which is like, okay, that's fine. I if you don't want to sell something, you don't want to make another one, that's fine. But I really want one. Just to have one. Just like I really want a Neptunic shark suit. Not because I'm ever going diving with sharks. Just to have one. If I ever have spare $7,500. 6, 7, 8. So where we're at? Alright, me and my... It fits me and my little girly wrists. Pet armor would be perfect for that 3D printed stuff too. Heck yeah. There's a good option for it. I think it's cool how we went from people hand making chainmail to cosplayers doing that loop thing that looked like chainmail. It's a little curly Q thing. They print strips of it and then weave 2 rows together or weave multiple rows together, and that would get them a chainmail look, right? And now we have 3D printed chainmail. Just like you really want a second printer. Yeah, 100%. It's like, I have to be careful when I get a design done. Yeah, the foam mail stuff that cosplayers were using a while back. Like, it looked cool. I have to be really careful when I finish an image so that when my laptop goes to render it, right, it's not rendering the image during times when I need my computer. So So I want a second computer, also a more powerful computer. As I upgraded the RAM in my laptop here, and that has done wonders. Stuff still takes a long time, but it's not... it's much faster now, right? And it can handle a whole lot more rings on the screen. So a lot of stuff that I've done, the images are only so large, and my computer could only handle so much. I upgraded the RAM. It handles 3 times what it could do before, right? So that opened up a lot of options for designing and, getting a better looking, more realistic design for any chainmail design I do. Overnight render. Yeah, some of the renders are massive files, so they take quite a while. If you can reprint parts and the like, look into broken ones and repair them yourself, you know, fellow, there's up to 16 printers now after 3 years of doing such. There you go. You were looking at some broken ones earlier, but people nearby want new price for one's missing pieces. Yeah. Don't lowball me, I know what I got. I believe it. What is the name of the chain you are working on? No, this is Roundmail. Hi, Kyle. How you doing tonight? It's just a tube of European foreign one, essentially. I love it too. This is niobium and in green, blue, and purple, and it's very shiny and very pretty. And I didn't know what to do with these rings when I got them, so... or when I got to them. I've had these rings for like 2 decades, and they've been sitting here, so I didn't have enough to make a single... I didn't have enough to make a project out of one color alone, so I combined them all together and just grabbed rings randomly. And we're nearing being done with this. Teach a high school metals and jewelry class, always looking for new styles. Very cool. There are a bunch of different... well, how familiar are you with chainmail in general? I don't want to be like telling you stuff you already know. But there's a bunch of different mild to moderate. All right. There are a bunch of different chainmail weaves out there, like captive inverted round, which is the inverse of round mail, basically. Or Turkish round mail, which is a combination of round mail and inverted round mail. So, I don't know. Excuse me. if you are interested in learning more styles of weaves, is that the right word? Or weave patterns, right? There's a link in the link tree for the Mailworks app for Google and Apple, and it's got a list of a bunch of resources, and you can find all kinds of different weaves in just the tutorial section, and on a couple different websites listed. So if you want to learn more about chainmail, jewelry chains, or chainmail in general, that's the best place I can send you. But there's what I love about being alive right now is that there's just this chainmail renaissance going on where you can make chainmail in more metals and in more weaves than at any other time in history. And we've gone from hand making chainmail when I started in the 90s. I know people were doing it in the 80s and before, for 2,000 years before that, right? But now we're 3D printing it. John said, I like Mail Artisans, but part broken site, and Google the weave name followed with Mail Artisans, and it will find your weave if it's on site by that name. I like Mail Artisans too. I like what, I forget his name right now, is doing over on chainmailers.com by just kind of building it back out. Yet everyone wants a 4-in-1 bracelet. Everyone, you put all this work into super detailed, highly creative projects, and everybody comes in and they want just the very simple stuff a lot of the time. So... and it's easy to someone who makes it, and you're like, oh, that's nothing, that's not impressive at all. But to the customer, it's like they just are impressed with what they're looking at. So the customer is always right. And that whole the customer is always right in matters of taste and preference stuff that people started saying a few years ago, I was like, where did that come from? Because I'd never heard that. And it was not true as far as I can tell. And I've heard other people say the same. Like, no, someone made that up. It is more accurate, though. Customers are always right in matters of taste and preference. Kyle Reese, thank you for the follow. But no, it's, the customer's always right. If they want a 4-in-1 bracelet, give them a 4-in-1 bracelet. But make it a cool 4-in-1 bracelet, like 4-in-1 on the bias, or 2 strips of 4-in-1 on the bias with a 45-degree seam down the center. Now that's a cool bracelet. That's a cool 4-in-1 bracelet. Unless you go welded saw versus clip nitpicking, preference is one thing, saying how it needs to be is another. Yeah. Well, having people who don't do what you do, telling you how to do what you're doing. There's another saying for that one. It's like don't take advice from people who aren't doing anything while they're telling you to do nothing or something. I don't know. A different saying applies there. That's all I'm saying. I don't remember what the saying is, but... Alright. It's not real mail if it's not riveted. Let me hit you with my chainmail purse and tell me it's not real. Tell you what. I don't actually have a chainmail purse. I've made some, but I don't own one myself right now. But I have other things made from chainmail that I could hit someone with. I don't know, like this guitar strap. I don't know how much this weighs, but you could just knock the crap out of someone with it, right? It's got to be, it's a couple of pounds. So it's not riveted, but if I hit you with it, would you tell me that it's not real chainmail? I wonder. That's my purse. I don't know you. That's right. Verrett Raymond shared the live. How you doing, Verrett? What's going on, man? Thank you for the share. Verrett holds a special place in my heart. I love that guy. All right, where are we at here? Oh, my foot's numb again. Hey, man. How you doing? How you doing? How's your mama? What is this? Stop that. There we go. Where are we at? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. I can count. Yeah. Yeah, hit someone. If someone tells you it's not real chainmail, hit them with your chainmail purse and say, "Hey, that's my purse. I don't know you." That's my purse. I don't know you. I don't even think I've seen that episode. I've only seen that statement referenced by the internet. Do the hokey pokey for that asleep foot, yeah. Okay, I don't want it, but there's like this viral TikTok shop cross-legged chair thing. And the way I sit, the arms in this chair, like they're great. I've had this chair for 20 years. It's fine. I don't need a new chair, but you know, they make it so that I can't cross my foot correctly. So she's good. How's the business going? Business is good, man. Business is good. Staying busy. Cleaned out my shed today. Got some work done. Found out I had 18 billion milligrams of caffeine this morning. Oh, water. The elixir of life. Alright. Get back in the pile. These rings are getting out of line. Yeah, business is good. I need to do some more work. My chat has helped me write down all the things that I need to do that I've been saying I need to do over and over and over again for the last week. And I haven't been doing them. And now they are written down, and so they will be accomplished at some point. Come on. I did grab the... Okay, so my garage door broke a couple years ago. Had it replaced. It had the springs. I was like, I'm going to make some rings out of those. And they've been annealed, the garage door springs. And I'm going to... I unburied them today. So along with cleaning the shed, the old first edition chainmail shirt is done, is accessible, and the garage door springs are now accessible. So I'm going to do sometime over the winter. I'm going to try and get out there and cut them. You want to take the arms off your chair, but they are attached to the back, so it would be backless as well, yeah. Yeah, the whole concept of a chair I can just move my feet around in a little bit more than the chair I'm in now seems nice. So I was thinking about it, but I don't know. Maybe one day. I would have to sit in it first. Right? And I'm not about to order a chair off of TikTok. Or anywhere else. I would need to go and rest my behind in there for a good minute to see if my foot went numb. Use your old garage door springs for the same. Harbor Freight angle grinder. I have a angle grinder. Beastly rings and still needed to... You still needed to forge to weave them. To anneal them? I don't know if they're soft enough or not. But I have a propane... I have a can of propane and I found my torch head for the can of propane. So I'm going to get the vise set up and hit him with some seat. Yeah, send me some pics of your cutting setup. Oh, you wove them at orange sheet? Jeez. Okay, so as with everything, I've bitten off more than I can chew and don't have enough tools on hand to... I don't know, I'll figure it out. Or I won't. Like it'll be over the winter, so I'll wanna be warm with orange hot rings in my hand. At orange it was like 16 gauge though. They were 1/4 inch bars. Pretty sure these are 1/4 inch. So they were easier to weave at temperature. I mean that just makes sense. You know what I should do? I need to decorate my mailbox. Like the stump that it sits on, the 4x4 that goes into the ground. It's at an angle, and so I need to dig it up and reset it, right? And I need to move it down a foot from where it's currently at. But what I could do is take these garage door spring rings and wrap the mailbox beam, not stump, beam, in some 4-in-1. That'd be cool. What you're telling me, John, is that I'm glad that I didn't get more springs from the garage door repair company to have to deal with. And also, I just threw them in the bottom of a bonfire. I didn't, properly anneal them. What's up?
The
jar of dirt. I've got a jar of dirt.
The container for the carpet shampooer.
In the closet upstairs.
No say.
Look in the on the rod, in a bag.
I looked in there too.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to look for it then. I don't know.
Okay.
Did the puppy poo?
No, it's fine. I was just gonna, since he's asleep, I was gonna shampoo it so it dries between now and tomorrow.
Oh, okay. I gotcha.
But I can't because I can't find the thing.
I gotcha. Well, oh hey, it's 10 o'clock. Look at that. I'm pretty much done down here. All right, we're at 8.5 inches plus a clasp, so it fits my girly wrist here for everyone up there. Let's see if I can get this to focus. Wrong way. There. Yeah, you're not getting much color there, but some green, some blue, and some purple. Right? And for everyone over here, stare at my wall for a second. Let me flip this camera. I should put something offensive there. Or decorative. I meant to say decorative. Alright, here is... Color shows up much better over here. This round mail piece. Alright, looks like pretty much everyone's off there, but that's okay. Where are we at here? Alright. You've got a jar of dirt as well. It has a heart in it. Are you, I don't want to know. I don't want to be an accessory. There. Alright. For everyone watching, if you are interested in learning more about chainmail, please go to the link in my link tree in my bio to the Mailworks app, where you can find all kinds of resources for learning how to make chainmail. And please go visit mailworks.com. If you like the show, like the stream, you can support me by purchasing yourself something nice for Christmas from my website, mailworks.com. And with that, it is 10 o'clock. I do have some stuff I got to go. Apparently, I got to go look for part of a, what do you call those things? A rug doctor thing. Carpet shampooer. So you all have a wonderful evening, and I will talk to you all later on. Have a good night. Bye. And for everyone else. Alright. For everyone else, thank you for hanging out. I do appreciate you being here, all your input, and just helping me figure out what the hell I'm doing here. But I do have to get going. So you all have a wonderful evening, and I'll be back on later on. Alright, you guys have a good night. I'll talk to you later.